Welcome to a brief tutorial about how to use Google Sheets in order to collaborate together to go through our computer science word list and rate or assign the words their status based on our previous discussion. The words are listed in column A, and their status is going to be held in this column B. We're going to select their status as essential, tier 2, a homonym, this word that you want to discuss more, or skip it just by selecting the column that the word fits in right across from the word. So I am now on accelerate, and by putting an X in the spot where you want to store your decision. So accelerate is now an essential word. After I hit enter, that's where it goes to. But the real power of this list is that all of us can be working on this list at the same time. We share this doc. So let's say I'm assigned, or I decide I'm going to start at word 100. I can just scroll down to word 100, and word 100 is deadline. And I might decide deadline is kind of a common word. It's more like a tier 1 word. So we're going to skip deadline. So I put an X in the deadline column, and then it skips it. I'm going to debug is such an important word in computer programming. I'm going to say every computer class you have, you're going to know the word debug by the time you leave. Decentralize, I'm not sure it's that important, a computer science word, but it might come up. So I'm going to put it in tier 2. Decode is a pretty important computer science term, so I'm going to put it in the tier 2 essential. Decompose is an interesting one because it's kind of a homonym. It can mean a decaying body, like a decaying body decomposes, but it also can mean like decomposing a computer program, which means breaking it into smaller pieces. So I'm going to put it in both categories. And what that brings up is an interesting point about how this program works. This program will go to this precedence for the word. So if the word is marked as both a homonym and a tier 2 essential, it's going to consider it essential. But it's also stored on the word list as both. So when we have our essential list, it will be on the essential list, and when we have our homonym list, it will be on our homonym list. So the data is not lost. It just a word can only have one status according to the way this has been written. So feel free to go through the list and figure out where the words are, and we can break into teams and decide what number we're going to start on. And if anything's broke or doesn't work, this stuff was made by an amateur, so it's probably not you, it's probably the program, and we need to do a quick fix, and we'll get that all up and working.